Donald Trump just finished his disastrous national address. I mean, it was like the worst speech ever. I'll show you what went down. I was debating whether I should do a video on it, but I saw a lot of people on C-SPAN say they were waiting for my summary. So I wanted to show you how horrible it was. And also it's backfiring in Donald Trump's face immediately because the Trump regime said they would be declassifying certain files regarding the 2020 election. And most of those files talk about how Russia tried to interfere in the election to harm former President Biden and to help Donald Trump, which Donald Trump conveniently left out of his national address. Now, what should be noted is also Donald Trump continued to glitch during this address. I mean, he struggled to put together sentences. Now, one of his teleprompter people, even the teleprompter people in the Trump regime are in on the grift and the criming. Apparently, the teleprompter person was previously betting on Kalshi on what Donald Trump would say once the teleprompter person would get the speech in advance. So Trump had a new teleprompter person, but I don't think the teleprompter person would have helped him. Trump looked sickly. He looked disgusting. He is disgusting. Let me show you what went down though. Here, I don't even know what he's trying to say or I'm trying to figure out what even happened here, but he just starts saying words. This is what he said in his national address. Let's play it.
My first administration in our 2020 campaign, they did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it, Donald Trump, to win.
Then Donald Trump said, now I will talk about a very serious issue. Donald Trump said, I was hot and China made me appear less hot. And I don't like that because we're hot. Kid you not, this is what he said. What is going on here? Play this clip.
In 2019, the Chinese government's strategy against the United States was focused on undermining domestic confidence in the U.S. president. They wanted to just make you sound like your president wasn't so hot, when actually your president has done a great job.
And then Donald Trump says, I am calling for the revocation of broadcast licenses of ABC and NBC for not broadcasting this speech. I'm ordering that we go after them. Here, play this clip.
Like we have. In a rare move, NBC and ABC fake news have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is and they don't want to reveal it. They and others in the media are part of a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the radical left. They can't have a great country, and that's true. You can't have a great country without free and fair elections. Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses. They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value airways for absolutely no money. They pay nothing.
Okay. Then Donald Trump says, now Congress, you must pass his voter suppression act, which he calls the Save America Act. It's easy. How easy? Unless you're pathetic. I mean, isn't this guy the biggest frickin' loser? We're just watching like a frickin' loser right here. How embarrassing to the United States. And by the way, he's giving this speech while engaged in war crimes in Iran, like the loser terrorist that he is. Here, play this clip.
But most importantly, addressing this crisis of election security demands that Congress must pass the Save America Act. How easy is that to do unless you want to cheat? The only reason you wouldn't do it is you want to cheat because your policies are so bad and your candidates are so pathetic that you can't get away or can't get elected any other way.
More of Donald Trump trying to read off the teleprompter as Iran is striking back in its Arab neighbor nation, striking back at Donald Trump's attacking of the Iranian bridges. Donald Trump's like, we are winning big in Iran. You will see the fruits of the labor very, very shortly. The fruits of what do you mean? Your war crimes, you maniac? Here, play this clip.
We won in Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce millions and millions of barrels of oil. We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will see the fruits of that labor very, very shortly.
More from Donald Trump over here, talking about attacking marginalized communities and men's and women's. Dude, stop with this crap. The American people are suffering. The strategic petroleum reserves have hit tank bottom, you idiot. You loser, you scumbag. Here, play this clip.
Men and women's sports, crime ravaging our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us as a nation, but not anymore. 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. America is respected like we have never been respected before.
More from this loser scumbag, right? I mean, isn't this the most embarrassing speech you've ever seen? And he goes, he starts his speech, before we begin, I'm proud to report that it seems like he's vomiting. Just go with Natalie Harp and vomit on her. Vomit away from us. Disgusting. Here, play this clip.
Good evening. Before we begin, I'm proud to report that our country is safer, stronger, and far wealthier than it has ever been before. We are doing great.
Then Donald Trump is like, starting during the 2020 election, China engaged in a nefarious act. They bought voter lists. Okay, let's go look right here. United States Election Assistance Commission, voter list. Oh no, the Chinese obtained information through illicit means that they could have just asked for. All states except North Carolina require citizens to register with the state or local elections. The forms collect information such as where a voter lives, receives their mail. Some of the information may be available for free or for purchase by other people and groups for election, scholarly, journalistic, political, or government purposes. Oh my gosh, did they do what you could just buy? Here, play this clip.
Over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious activities, which is exactly what was happening. This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence even shows that China has signed a data exploitation unit specifically to this new project.
Then Donald Trump again struggling to talk. I don't know, maybe they should have waited till tomorrow to get rid of the Kalshi betting teleprompter guy, the inside trading teleprompter guy. Here, play this clip.
They did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it, Donald Trump, to win, and for good reason.
But you know when the teleprompter guy is engaging in inside trading, it's just the rot that permeates where even the teleprompter guy is seeing everybody inside trading, everybody grifting and screwing over the American people. So he's like, why don't I get mine also? This is the criminal cartel Trump regime. Then Donald Trump is out there and he goes, China and other countries have been trying to meddle in our elections. Evidence of fraud has been buried. Donald, you filed so many lawsuits that you lost. There is no evidence of any of these things. You are a liar. And what you've declassified, I'm going to show the Midas Mighty in a moment, but it actually overwhelmingly shows the Russians trying to harm Biden. Here, play this clip.
China and other countries have been trying to meddle in our elections. Evidence of fraud has been buried. Hundreds of thousands of non-citizens and dead people are listed and active on the voter rolls. And yet we still have elections with no voter ID, no proof of citizenship, and tens of millions of ballots floating aimlessly through the mail.
By the way, I'm just doing the plug. I'm just going to do it. WTF, right? This is why the perfect title to the book, WTF. It's a pre-order it right now. It's out. This is the book which comes out October. WTF. When I watch this, that's all I say. WTF. Then Donald Trump, again, can't put a sentence together. Secure election should be partisan. What do you even say? What are you even saying? Here, play this clip.
Their election system anywhere in the world. Secure elections should be a partisan, really, we should be together. Democrats, Republicans, independents, everybody. And it should not be a partisan issue. It should cause to unite us, not to divide us. This should be a cause. We should be united, not divided.
Then Donald Trump says, today we are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained reporting of a plot, Venezuela, Maduro, just saying words. By the way, Rudy Giuliani at the Four Seasons landscape was far more coherent than whatever the hell this is. And by the way, you know he's going to pardon Maduro to be like, yeah, Donald, it was Venezuela, Donald. Okay, Donald. That's what you know he's going to do this. What a clown. Here, play this clip.
Of America. Tonight, we're releasing all of those findings and spanning from January 2020 to June 2026. This is a cyber threat aimed at the very heart of our democracy. Many people have questioned whether it could actually be possible to electronically manipulate vote totals or change election results on these terrible machines. Today, we are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained reporting of a specific plot to do a big number in favor of the corrupt Maduro regime in Venezuela. And that's exactly what happened, conspiring to digitally rig their own country's elections in 2020. And that's what they did. This reporting included precise details about methods to regime develop to digitally alter vote totals in ways that could not be detected even with an audit, no matter how deep they went. This intelligence underscores why we must take urgent action to ensure that our own system can never, ever be hacked or compromised like it was in the past. The fourth set of documents reveals that even when significant evidence of fraud has been detected, it has been buried and covered up.
More from Trump right over here. Today, I'm asking the office of the Director of National Intelligence, the DOJ, the FBI, to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden. John Ratcliffe, your current CIA director, was the ODNI in your first regime. He was the Director of National Intelligence. Your CIA director now is the guy you're accusing of the crimes? Or you're accusing your own first administration, John Ratcliffe and the whole crew? Your people were the criminals. Here, play this clip.
Bags that were used to destroy information given by President Barack Hussein Obama to be burned. It was supposed to be burned. These bags were supposed to be at a different level by different people, incinerated and checked, but it never happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but rather through gross incompetence of the people that were supposed to burn the bags. But the findings are stunning. Today, I'm asking the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden, to fire those involved in the cover-up, and to file criminal charges, if appropriate, against these people.
Then Donald Trump goes on to say, they kept the reports from me. Dozens of reports were kept from my daily briefing. You will go Ratcliffe. He's your current CIA director. He's out there making things horrible in Iran as well. Here, play this clip.
Is now under review, but it gets even worse. Raw intelligence obtained by the FBI in 2020, yet buried by rogue bureaucrats, stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period, dozens of significant CIA and NSA reports about China's election targeting were kept out of the presidential briefing. These were briefings I would get almost every day. Everything was kept out that was of importance. One email among intelligence analysts admitted that they had, quote, deliberately massaged the presidential daily briefing to withhold information regarding Chinese activities related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming known and to keep it away from the honorable press.
And then he goes, I'm announcing the immediate declassification of these documents. Great, we just saw them. I'll show the Meidas Mighty in a second. Here, play this clip.
Tonight, I'm announcing the immediate declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure. This evidence shows that the election system we have dangerously exposes and really exposes like levels never thought possible to hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference. Just as disturbingly, this vital information has for many years been covered up and hidden from you, the American people, our beautiful, our great American people.
Now, as I said, I wasn't sure I was going to even do this video because the speech was so bad. But then I saw your comments on C-SPAN. I saw your comments and you said, I'm going to get my summary from Meidas. So I have to do the video. This is what happened on C-SPAN. Let's play it.
That don't have a Mercedes in their garage.
Cora, are you going to watch? It's about 13 minutes from now. It's going to start. Are you going to watch?
No, I am not going to watch. It's going to be the same ranting that he always does. And what I'm going to do, I'll get a summary from Meidas or a summary from somewhere else. But this guy, I call him a guy. I don't have no respect for him. That he just makes me sick. And there's many people out here that are not, maybe don't watch the news or don't know what's going on. It's sad. It's sad. We're embarrassed. We're embarrassing. They're making jokes about America.
That's Cora in California. Now, Stanage, on who will and who won't watch.
And then shout out to Senator Warner, who went on CBS and called them out for airing this whole thing live. And then the CBS guy is like, but now I'm bringing you on in order to push back. So that's how we do it. Yeah, but you're the reporters too. Like when you should do this, you show it. Do what I'm doing, okay? Do what the Meidas Mighty are doing. Here, play this clip.
And a matter of fact, before I start, I just, as an American, not as an elected official, I was embarrassed that the President of the United States went before our whole country and networks like yours carried this as news, as opposed to a rehash of falsehoods. And it is incumbent upon you and any responsible journalist to push back on these falsehoods. I've been either chairman or vice chairman of the Intelligence Committee for the last decade.
If I may, on that point, since you raised it.
If I may just finish, sir. If I may, sir, finish, sir. If we don't call into question these falsehoods, this president is he's going to lose a free and fair election. And unless responsible journalists and the American people step up and say, our system, which has stood the test of time, is not going to be undermined by this kind of falsehoods, then, we all will have to live with those responsibilities.
Senator, what I wanted to interject is you are calling for context and analysis and pushback. You are on the show right now giving it and acting as though it's not happening. So I just want to underscore that the reason you're on is because we agree, you and I, that this is a vitally, vitally important topic, and the president has a terrible track record on it. As we said at the top, and as we've been trying to buttress and fact check and give context and analysis for throughout.
Where would you like me to start on the level of falsehood, just incredible lies? Let's start with the initial comments about China and 20.
And now I'll just share this with you right here. Sam Stein says, this is really incredible. So the docs released by Trump tonight confirm Russia tried to spread claims that Biden was engaged in criminal activity vis-a-vis Burisma, and that it advanced those narratives with U.S. officials and planned a high-profile corruption scandal at the peak of the 2020 U.S. presidential campaign. In other words, the whole Hunter Biden. Yeah, Russia was behind the scheme. That's what the documents actually show, that it was Trump regime officials working with Russia to set up Hunter Biden. That's what the documents, in my opinion, are saying. The documents released tonight echoes those released already. Trump's speech conveniently left out that the biggest election interference came from Russia and was designed to get him another term because Russia wanted him to win. He discloses, the disclose has a section noting that China also targeted the Biden campaign and, quote, does not currently intend to covertly interfere to try and sway the outcome of the election. Thank God this is idiocracy as well. I mean, clearly a disgusting fascist regime, but also an idiocracy. Well, there's my summary. For all the Meidas Mighty out there, I won't leave you hanging. I just thought it was such a bad speech. I didn't even want to do it, but the C-SPAN was sent to me, so I did this one for you, the caller of C-SPAN and the Meidas Mighty. Thanks for watching. Oh, did you pre-order the book, WTF America? I know some people are like, Ben, stop promoting the book. I've gotten very little sleep while I've been writing this thing, so I'm going to promote it because I gotten very little sleep. And it's dedicated to you, the Meidas Mighty. It's your book. I wrote it with you in mind. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers.
Breaking news right now. My brothers and I wrote a book. It's called WTF America. And well, doesn't that just say it all? It comes out officially this October, but you can pre-order your copy today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description below.